Actually, I'm gonna go to the bathroom too. Well, quick five.
All right, back. Oh, everyone else go? Okay, cool. All right, anyone back?
Hello.
Hey. I got back and everyone else was gone. All right. We got guys that are all super powerful right here. Now, which means that we're going up against guys that are also super powerful. It's just that has to be. It's the equivalent.
Yes. I don't really know how to fight mages.
No.
Other than like do wards as signs as best I can.
Yeah. And like, get the first attack. And
Yeah.
and even then, I'm not the attacker. We need Cash to just fucking collapse people into fucking Rubik's cubes of human guts.
Oh man. Yeah, and we're a bit low on the old mana to be dumping in the aggravated damage.
Oh, I suppose I did get a exceptional success on that spell that I legit did cast and got.
Hmm.
So I will get a mana back.
Yeah, I'm so glad I got my willpower back before we came here. Spent the experience to get it back.
Oh man.
Because yeah, that would have sucked, just being one low.
Yeah.
Permanently just lower, like, I have no will to live. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have acceleration cast on all of us, so we all get to go first, maybe.
Yeah. Well,
I said
they
maybe.
probably will too. So.
Well, that's what I mean. Like they'll have one, so it'll be like a clash of wills or something. I think is what happens when there's two time, because it's acceleration says it trumps all other speed. So if
right.
And then if there is another time one being used, it's clash of wills.
Oh, okay. Don't lose that one.
Yeah. And I mean, most likely also use a Fate Ward, because if they have Fate magic, they could fuck with that.
All right, I'm back.
Hey.
So
we were just going over that we haven't fought ultra powerful mages in this big of a group before.
yeah,
Like, we've fought one powerful mage, I think,
yeah,
with a bunch of like vampires around him or something.
yeah. You haven't fought that many mages.
No. So, and now we have 5 powerful mega mages as allies, which means we're gonna fight something super strong.
Yep.
That sucks, because... Oh, it doesn't suck, but I'm saying, like... If we had more experience fighting mages, I'd feel more confident in going into battle. Oh, yeah, I know what to do. No, I have no idea what to do. Like, opening move? I don't fucking know. Second move? Fucking no clue. End game of this fight? Not one fucking clue.
The goal is to win.
Right, but I mean... Oh.
Don't die.
Mm-hmm. Don't die however it takes.
Or, be like doomed or totally incapacitated by something.
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
Yeah. Alright, so Dominus says, you are more than welcome to assist us. I suppose now that we know where this castle is, we could head there directly. Currently, for your information, we are in a small hamlet south of Frankfurt, on the Rhine River. I'm not sure exactly where this castle is that you speak of. Nave says, well, I'm sure that we could find it. If only by random chance.
Yes, that's how we found it. Actually,
Naturally.
we were plopped into the Black Forest and started walking.
A sound strategy.
Indeed. Yeah, I don't see anything about like that area, because for some reason it sounded familiar, like south of Frankfurt and whatnot. I'm like, isn't that where we got dropped? But there's nothing in the chat about it, so I can't say.
You could make a let's see, what would this be? Probably like intelligence and academics.
Okay.
For like geography.
Okay. Intelligence 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Or survival. That I don't think that's better for either of you.
No. I got one explodey, so 2 success.
How about Amadine?
I'm sorry. What was that?
Intelligence and academics.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So I can't remember where we were.
Yeah.
Jesus, how many dice you rolling for that one?
8.
He is a professor.
I know.
3 successes.
Okay. Yeah, so both of you are... so the Black Forest is straight south of Frankfurt. The castle you are in specifically is... Like, you have a ballpark idea of where it is. I would say, just because you're both, like, intelligent people, probably fairly good at navigating and stuff. And you looked it up on, like, a map.
Yeah,
At some point, I think.
Yeah.
To see where you were.
Checking shit out.
Yeah, we boosted the cell phone signal.
Yep.
Yeah, we did. All right, we're in the middle of the woods. Emmeline, get us some reception.
Yeah, so it's
Let me use my awakened mage
It's-
power to boost my signal.
about 100 miles to almost straight south of where you are right now.
Okay,
Wow.
so there you go.
Through
Which so
Through Nazi control.
rural areas and like woodland and stuff.
So I already know you don't need too much to get us where we need to go. And I am directing that at. Is it Caliban? Is that Cash?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
A
You'd make a portal to your bathroom.
picture of the area. That's all we really need.
Right.
Although it would have to be fairly contemporary in this
Well-
time.
Well, how about this? And I hand him like a chunk of the castle, because I took that.
Kind of like weighs in his hand a little bit. It's like not terrible, although not the most reliable.
Okay.
Can't guarantee where we'd end up at the castle.
Right.
And if this is some kind of base of theirs, then
Oh, then just showing up in the courtyard would be a bad idea.
yes, we might get into some trouble.
All right. I never did quite understand how accurate his or your.
That being
teleport was.
said, if it's only that far away, then we'll certainly be able to get there before
Oh, definitely.
April 3rd. And Domina says, which begs the question, should we get there before April 3rd? What will that change in the future?
I have no idea. I only wanted to make sure we had enough, ample time to introduce ourselves and to get acquainted. I was honestly not expecting it to go this well on day one. I suspect
It says,
may
birds
also
of
be
a feather.
I also suspected you may be embroiled in some sort of endeavor and may need time to wrap it up.
If we were to head to this castle with the troops, then we would be heading fairly slowly and in pursuit of these cultists and their associates.
Do you think that is how, is that how you would progress normally?
We are chasing them, and they are fleeing They have been fleeing south.
Then let us
I
just-
suspect that is the location that they are heading towards.
Then yes, I suppose you should just proceed as you were, with just the added knowledge of you know where you're going now.
And we know our arrival time.
Any sort of way to scout it out, since you know where we're going?
Caliban tosses the brick up in the air and says, might be able to do something with this scrying. Although, well,
Again,
like I said, not the
defenses.
best connection.
Mhm.
And they will likely have defenses against such things.
So if they know that someone's watching, they may heighten the guard.
Yes, well, I'm sure I'll be fine. And Dominus kind of looks at him and says, you realize we are facing foes which attack based off of observation.
Funny.
I'll just close my eyes before they do that. It's no big deal. I've got it.
Yeah, I laugh. Yep.
Yeah. Something that we know helps, but rarely got the chance to try, is shielding of the mind.
Oh yeah, I can do that. Easy. I suppose that we'll definitely want that.
Oh yeah.
Tend to do that anyways against any mages, you know.
It is a good tactic. If he actually rolls stuff, let me know, because I will give him the fucking all the help.
Okay, yeah, we'll definitely do a big old buff session.
Yeah.
I'm sure all
Or you
his
guys
buddies
get into
can do it too,
shit.
but
Yeah. You might as well do it.
oh wait a minute, is choose the thread Rote's or Knave's spell?
I don't know, is it?
I'm looking. Choose the thread is Knave's spell.
What do you know?
Yeah, so he'll do that on his own. If he's me, he'd have the same idea I would, and he made it, so I'll let the master cast it.
Unless you want to clash of wills with him in order to pick the 2 rolls,
Yep.
or however that works.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, let's see who's better, student or master.
I guess I never thought of, like, if 2 choose the threads were on the same target, it probably would be our Clash of Wills to be like decide which roll is the roll that happens.
Yep.
Because we're the ones
funny.
we're the ones picking it, not the
Yeah.
caster.
Not the
Right.
target.
Yep, right.
Yeah.
No, this one. No, this one. No, that's the bad one. That's the one where he chops his foot off. I know.
Well,
It'll be hilarious. And then we'll just go back in time anyway. All right, all right.
boy. Very well. I think we all have a lot to mull over.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Oh, and I mean, there's any number of other details about our adventures.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure.
I mean,
All right, well, are you gonna tell them about all your adventures, or?
a lot of them. Also, I would want to hear. I mean, you don't have to tell it, but I would want to hear Knave's story.
Oh no,
that he was gonna tell.
Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, you guys start talking about the less like main quest stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Still related to things.
I mentioned that Atlantis is gone, so if anyone was thinking about looking for that, don't.
You won't find it in time, apparently.
Nope. You ain't finding it in fucking time. I don't know where else to look.
Yeah, Nave says, well, it wouldn't be as big of a mystery as it is if it was so easy as to just go back there.
Right.
Goodness.
I'm sure it's hiding somewhere, though.
Or they put it somewhere. The gods. They're like, no, we're taking this from you. You can have it back when you've learned your lesson.
Yeah, so the notable thing, is Nave's story.
Cool.
And yeah, so he says, when you sort of eventually get around to that and mention, like, tell me about that.
Like, so, how'd you get here?
Yeah, so I don't know how much of my tale you're familiar with, but I awakened during World War One.
Oh.
It was not a pleasant experience. And he gets a little bit more serious then, for a brief moment. Like, still kind of jovial, but like you see sort of just kind of like a look in his eye, that subtle shift in intonation. And he says, I survived the war, and when I was finished, I Well, I made it my mission that such a thing would not happen again. I learned through magic and a few adventures of my own that there was a man named Adolf Hitler that would be responsible for causing a war even worse than the one that I experienced. And so naturally I set about going on my way to put a bullet in his head.
Yes, same page.
Before he got a chance to do this. I tracked him down, and I am not sure exactly what happened, because I didn't see anyone. But something plucked me out of time and tossed me forward. Right before I was set up to get rid of him.
Oh no.
I tried to go back, of course, several times using several methods, but that window of time eluded me. He looks at you, Gray, and says, there's something or someone that is very invested in that man not dying before his time.
Wow. Yeah, it's pretty hard to take him out. My theory, which I'm sure you've come across as well, is that he's the replacement of something else that happened.
Interesting.
Someone, some horrific event took place already, and some time mage, I can't remember what we're called, Magistos.
Acanthus.
Acanthus, that's it. Some Acanthus didn't sit well with some powerful Acanthus, and he set out to do the same. He actually succeeded, but time set Hitler up to become the new that. Because that event just has to happen.
Mhm.
So I think that is why it's so hard to do.
Yeah. Well, in any case, if Hitler were stopped before this all started, our future past would be unimaginably different.
Yeah, it'd be so different.
Indeed, which is why I was planning to do it in the present. My present, of course, which would make my future different from yours.
Ugh.
But
I shake my head a little like, God damn it. Just that sentence hurts.
Yep. That obviously didn't happen.
No.
Yep.
And as you can see, I got myself stuck with these people and more invested in some other things. So that whole situation I sort of put on the back burner to at least discover who or what is forcing such things, and make sure that they get a good talking to.
For eternity.
And Nate just kind of like nods and smiles slightly. Anyway, that's my story as to how I got here. And I'm, of course, by far the most interesting of these five.
I mean, I would assume so. You're the only one that's out of time.
And yet so much time left.
However, this is quite curious that you go on to become a professor. And I look at like the battle mage,
Uh,
Dominus.
Dominus kind of shrugs and says,
Well, we were a lawyer, right?
I am a lawyer. I've just had to put down the pen and pick up the sword for the time being.
Ah, a lawyer. I guess I didn't know that.
He sort of nods. It's... Knave is certainly the most extravagant in how he arrived at this point. But the rest of us, we come from different walks and are here in Europe to try and hold things together.
What was this thing called? The Pinnacle? The Diamond?
The Pinnacle.
It was the Pinnacle back now.
Yep. It started being the Pinnacle shortly after the American Revolution.
Okay. So, is any of this affiliated with the Pentacle, or are you all freelance on your own, just trying to save the world?
We're with Asa's Dominus sort of puts a hand on Rebel's shoulder and says, we're with the Pentacle. These two, Caliban and Rapture, are tangential, but we worked well together. I think that they will stay with us after this is all done. Caliban just kind of like shrugs and says, you're fun to pester. I'll admit that.
Hmm.
And Knave, of course, is... Knave says, I was with the Pentacle back in time, and I still am to some effect, although some of my associates are a little older now.
Yeah. I bet that was quite the rendezvous.
Yes, you'd be surprised at how few of them were surprised, though.
I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised. So, yes.
The parallel.
Want to see
in
a
our-
magic trick? I go to name, like, I bust out my deck of cards.
Oh,
Yeah.
by all means, let's see if I know it.
I do street magic. Yeah, like the whole find the lady, all that type of shit.
Right, yep.
Like this, and all skill, no magic involved, just sleight of
Yep,
hand.
all sleight of hand.
Yep. Because he's a magician type, so he should do that anyway. It looks like.
A different sort of magic.
Mm-hmm. And this wouldn't be like right during this conversation. It would be like when we're all kind of done with the.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
I mean,
got
this
a month.
conversation is quite extended.
Yeah, exactly. This is for probably an hour of like breaking down everything, and then another hour of just kind of. Okay, now let's talk about things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's yeah, like you said, very extended. So
Were you gonna say something, Weston?
Yeah, I didn't want to be like a downer when you guys are having fun right now. But at some point, I wanted to mention just other things that I think might be relevant. In particular, I'm thinking about vampire, the Tenekai.
damn it, we're done with him. I never wanted to hear that name again.
He's definitely a lot around right now.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, I had to know that.
Dude was hella old.
But I know. But wasn't that thing? No, never mind. I don't even know. I can't even. I never know what happened to him. His fate, actually. So I'm not even gonna guess about like what possibly happened to him. I figured maybe he was erased from time because like we just fucked him up so bad.
Well, who knows?
No, but no, he's around. Of course he's around. He's that goddamn lingering infection that just won't go away.
Yeah. Well, what we do know is that he moved into Santa Fe after he found out about this entity. he was like intruding on the local vampires or something.
Mm-hmm. And then yeah, trying to take
Sort of.
over or recruit.
Yep.
Recruit
And
take over.
yes, he had a book,
Yeah.
Hmm.
which we presumed to be where he found out about this.
The Sepulchre of Forbidden Truths.
Yes.
Is that written in chat? I'm looking around.
It's someplace. I don't know where though.
It
Dude, that's
exists.
like from the 5th session. You know, it's
Yeah.
old.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well, it was back in the Tennokai arc when you found that, yeah.
Yeah.
Which was a while ago.
Yep. And the parallels here, I guess. The our gang of 3 ended up joining the Pentacle, and then the 2 here that haven't never got the chance.
Hmm.
Huh. Weird.
Let's see. The 2 of them were awakened separately.
Who were? Sorry.
Tanya and Ryan.
And Ryan.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't really know the start of their story, but we know that this vampire Tennokai got his hands on Tanya.
Hmm.
Uh,
And then she killed Ryan.
yep, and tried to kill the rest of us
Hmm.
because the vampire made her believe that doing so would stop the seals from breaking.
Yeah, I mean, technically, if we all just died, that would stop everything. We figured that out a while ago. Like, she was right. Killing us all would stop it.
Also, if like the seal knowledge that you learned here, where like the seal is powered by the soul, and if you return the soul to the seal, that would you could reseal it that way.
Oh.
At least the first one.
So yeah, if they did sacrifice themselves to make these seals, then yeah, us dying would then release our souls and they'd go back to those seals.
Hmm.
So yeah, yeah. There's the quick fix for this. It's like, we just shoot each other.
But with the Celesti still alive, he's just going to
I know.
just start another round, basically.
Yep.
So we have to kill him, then ourselves. No.
Yeah.
If he's dead, there's no point.
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anymore.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that our presence wasn't necessary to break seal number 3.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Whereas it was on the first 2.
Mm-hmm. All right. So yes, there's also Tennokai. He lives around in this time.
Yeah, so
power.
none of them know who Tennokai is.
He's an
No,
asshole.
I wouldn't expect them to.
But Rapture says it's a vampire of some sort. Well, they can be dangerous, but if you know they're coming, then
Mm-hmm.
it's not an issue.
No, they definitely fear
Don't
us
like them.
quite a bit more. But he's an asshole, and he starts up quite a bit of trouble in Santa Fe. Once he
I see.
learns of all this entity noise.
Yeah.
Not familiar with this book either. Although... I wonder where it is now.
Could we find it?
Maybe. Oh. It's likely that such an item is behind significant protections to foil anyone who might stumble upon it.
Right. Yeah, maybe behind deception magic.
Layers
As-
of deception, I would
Yes,
guess.
as well as hidden. Yes, I believe it may only be found when it is.
Perhaps he has it.
Already? Yes.
It's a possibility. Vampires live for a long time.
Mhm.
Alright, I absolutely fucking crushed Prophecy.
Alright.
Yeah, is Tenekai in possession of the Sepulchre?
No.
No, he doesn't have it.
Interesting.
Who else might possess it?
Well,
I,
mm,
oh, yeah,
would the Celesti have it?
okay. Is it in the possession of a Celesti?
Yes.
Booyah. Nailed it. Big brain on the prof. I say. And they just are just... What?
So this book is in the hands of the cultists
Yes.
at the moment.
We never opened it to look at it in our time.
Oh, that's right.
A reading of the Fates said that
No.
it would make things worse if we did.
I think it would give us more knowledge than it would be good to know on the entity itself. One of
That
those-
certainly doesn't seem like the kind of book that you just open for a casual read.
Mm-mm.
No, it chained into the bottom of a stone chest. Yeah, no.
Yes, we left it in the hands of someone capable. And
Alright.
they,
Well- At least the most responsible member of the Pinnacle that we know of.
right. Yes, and everything we found about it said that the more people that knew about it was bad. So we pretty much filed it and forgot about it.
It seems something that is closely related to whatever this entity they are trying to summon is.
Yep. Yeah, we do know that Tanya, or let's see, we do know that Tenekai showed something in it to Tanya. That's why I guess she's insane.
Tanya.
Seeing too much.
And that is the problem.
Yep.
Anyway,
We
that's Jericho's problem. He's already seen this, been defeated by it. Now he's,
Yep.
yeah, he found a way to try again, and his only way to win was not fight it.
yeah, our that's right, I remember now.
Mhm.
Our Cash and Gray took a trip inside Tanya's mind to try and
Oh,
see
fuck.
it.
That was
Um,
terrible.
but
And I don't remember that, because if I do remember that, I go insane.
Yep.
the only way to fix them was to get the Pinnacle to delete that day from their minds.
Are you saying this?
Yes.
Okay, like what?
Yeah.
So, I've seen it and gone insane.
And then the Pinnacle deleted the day of your memory, yes.
Oh, good. Well, I'm gonna try real hard to forget that.
This
Nope.
is a tangled web we find ourselves in.
Yes.
Yep. And yeah, I sort of basically throwing out as much as I think is relevant because
Yeah.
we don't know what this puzzle. Like we got a bunch of pieces, but they don't seem to fit together that well to us. Or well, I ruined my
Think-
metaphor. But whatever.
That our primary goal right now should be to keep the cult from doing whatever they do on April 3rd.
Yes. Just
Yep.
kind of stay the course, because anything different, we have no idea.
If we do succeed more than we ended up doing without your assistance, there is the possibility that your lives will be significantly altered, however.
Yes, well, better than the end of everything.
Yeah.
My life wasn't so bad without magic, and your wife seemed to like your life a little more.
Yes. Yeah.
You may have to say goodbye to infinite fusion, but in your lifetime.
Yes.
Cannot say for sure whether that happens or whether we will be able to defeat the cultists so soundly.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
I mean, like, and to your point of what can we do now that would help us in the future is we don't actually really know what can stop him. In our,
I think that the situation where we find ourselves in, we five are at the beginning of our journey, and the things that we have done between your time and ours are unknown to us as unknown to us as they are to you.
Yes,
Mhm.
there's a large, the middle of everything is what we are unaware of. We seem
Perhaps-
to be nearing the end of our journey.
Within this castle, we can find some critical clues to
Hmm.
put together your puzzle pieces.
Yep.
And then Nave says, either that or we burn the puzzle down.
I think that happens anyway.
Well, all the better.
So, any other brainstorm questions to ask the timeline? I can't think of any other than just stupid questions. I'm mostly looking to the other player. I don't want to ask the GM to ask himself questions.
Yep. I'm just trying to think. It's like, because one of the things I was thinking of is like, oh, something I might be able to help us in the future is if Tenekai never gets the book, and therefore Tanya is not an enemy.
Right.
But if that were to happen, then we wouldn't know about the book.
Nah.
And is that important?
Nah. I don't think at this point we can. Well, I mean, we can break our own timeline really, really badly, but not with something that small. I don't think. Like, it would still find its. Just by Tenekai not getting it now, I think within like the 70 years, something will still happen.
Yep.
Time tries to repair itself as best it can after you
Hmm.
mess with it.
So yeah, we might. I mean, he might not do everything he was doing, and he might be a little less strong, or his time, or he's not as whatever. Wouldn't be bad, but I don't think it would break. Like I said, it wouldn't break everything either.
Right.
Yeah, I guess would fuck it. There's something I'll just throw out because I've got this spell burning. Does stopping Tenekai from obtaining the book save Tanya's mind?
That's a question. Japers.
Yeah, I know.
Depends on what we do next week.
It
Because I really don't, like I said, I don't really. Something's gonna happen anyway. I just want to know if at least she'll be saved. That's the only really thing I personally care about.
yeah.
So
It has there is a possibility that it will well, yeah, it improves her chances.
okay. So hey, I say yeah, it helps. There's a chance that she doesn't become mind whammied if we
Yeah.
stop him from obtaining the book. I say.
Sure, there's fewer diverging timelines in that direction.
Hmm.
Sure.
So if we want to help her, now is our kind of decent chance.
Yeah.
Because if she's already seen it in our time, it's too late.
Yep. Yeah, and I suppose that way we might be. I suppose if that happens, then we might save Ryan too.
Right. I mean,
Wouldn't that be a different chain of events if we had the 5?
wouldn't it? And at the same time, I'd say it's worth trying. It's 2 people's lives that we could save, ones that never asked to be involved in this.
Yeah. Well, anyway. I'll let you know if I think of anything else that might help the future.
All right, you got an hour.
All right.
You got 2 more questions, right?
Yep. I guess, will all the Celesti be at this castle when this encounter happens? Like, that's another thing. I want to make sure that they're all there. That's why, because if one of them's just not there when we do this, then that's why he's still alive.
All of the ones from this particular cult that are alive at that point.
Okay.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, the ones we know of are all the ones that we know of that are.
Well, I mean, the Celestes in this cult might not even be the same guy as ours.
Fuck, yeah. All right, well, then, yeah, either way, all these guys will be there. So, they're definitely, like, plotting here.
Mm-hmm.
Something's happening.
Right.
All right, so yeah, now it's literally just, there's another question in the air that I don't care about, because until something else gets brought up in conversation, I can't think of anything else.
Right.
All right.
Where is the spell helper? Rules. Spell.
This is a spell called Helper? That'd be handy.
Helper. Just help. Help.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Help.
I mean, I think that's just called choose a thread, though.
Yeah. There's that, and then there's a few other things. There's my fate, where I need to find this. Help me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play around with the spell helper a little bit and see how awesome of a words and science I can pull off.
Okay.
Because we're gonna need it.
Yeah. So
which one's
I guess
mine?
like to streamline things a little bit. So I'm sure that we could spend a lot more time talking here about everything, all the possibilities. But so you guys are gonna stick with the these 5 as they make their way sort of down the Rhine River.
Yeah, we're kind of not gonna like influence them and let them do what they would do.
Yeah, you're gonna take very much a backseat and just like let them do their thing.
Yeah.
Right.
So
We
it all
gave
kind
them
of
the knowledge, and we're here to help, but we don't know how to drive.
right.
Yeah.
We don't know how to drive this old ass car.
Yeah, and it like I think like you probably have a conversation, and Nave agrees that it's probably best for your timeline if you don't do too much that isn't necessary.
Yep.
Right.
Like we're pretty
To
much gonna battle.
invoke the changes that you want to make.
Yeah. Well, and it's like it's kind of why we're mentioning everything. It's like this is everything that we know happens.
Go make it
And
happen.
like
How much do we want to change of that?
right, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like if you guys know about it ahead of time, maybe you can make a different, better choice, but also like not stop it from happening totally.
Yeah.
Or something.
Make a choice that maybe does less casualty or less loss. The
Mhm.
same outcome.
Or something.
Or something. Oh yeah,
Right.
I'm looking for spells. So yeah, okay, like you said, streamline. You were talking. Sorry, Ben.
Yeah, so yeah, you guys hang out with the five and their group of sleepwalkers, which you learn sort of through conversation the next couple of days that they're a bunch of soldiers that they sort of like found from different units through the course of the war and like brought together. Because as it turns out, there's some like when soldiers see some stuff in war, a lot of times it like they wake up a little bit, and a lot of times that also means that they get targeted more by certain things, and so they're sort of like
Oh
they're
yeah.
brought together here.
Trauma is one of the most frequent causes of awakenings.
Yeah.
Although when you do it on purpose, it's the least reliable.
Hmm. Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
If you try and instill trauma with the intention of awakening, that doesn't really work.
So, but if a mage tried to awaken their friend by putting that by instigating trauma.
Yeah, it won't work.
Oh, okay.
Almost certainly won't. People have tried to horrifying results, of course.
Oh yeah, of course. Doing
But-
some horrifying magic stuff to their friend.
Yeah.
In the hopes it would trigger that.
It usually just drives them to like insanity.
Right. It doesn't trigger. They're just now in a padded room for their life.
Yep. You just like tear apart their mind with quiescence.
Damn. Rough.
But yeah, so all these sleepwalker soldiers have been brought together because it really helps when everyone around you is a sleepwalker. You don't have to worry about overt magic
Yep.
when fighting mages, and they can also hold spells themselves. So as you guys are heading forward, you get sort of a display of what these five do, and basically they buff up a bunch of the soldiers with various magical spells, and then like have the soldiers hold those spells themselves, so they are magically enhanced. And yeah, it helps them in fighting a lot.
Okay. No, absolutely. Because then.
Yeah.
So like I said, I think we mentioned this before. It wasn't meth; it was magic that fueled the Nazis.
Yep. And yeah, you do get some more stories from them, like earlier in the war there were Pentacle members on both sides. At this point, those in the German army have kind of backpedaled away from the situation, and
They're like, "Ooh,
the really like nasty mages are the only ones who are left
yeah, the
sticking through
assholes."
the cause. Yeah, the ones who are in deep.
Yep. Yeah, they're in too deep. They'll be killed
Yeah.
if they leave.
And Gray, you know from your magic history knowledge
Yeah.
that after World War II, there was a big old worldwide convocation
Mm-hmm.
of basically all of the mages who are involved in the World Wars, and they kind of like made an agreement like we need to stop messing with human politics so much on
Right.
this scale. Like it's not worth it.
Can't be involved. It
We're,
escalates.
we're all on the same side at the end of the day with like the same overarching goals. So
Yeah.
we should stop doing this.
It escalates the mortal wars way too much
Yep.
to get involved.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Plus, after this one, you know, the sleepers invent nuclear bombs.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, now these guys probably. Wait, let's see here.
That happened.
Not. I mean,
Yeah,
like
when
it's
was-
being
when was
researched. The bomb hasn't been dropped yet, though.
No,
I don't
that's.
think.
I thought that's.
That happens after the defeat in Germany, right?
Yeah. Let me just look it up.
Well, that okay, because that.
August 6th. Yeah, so it happens in about 6 months.
Okay, so. All right. Well, then I am confused because I wanted to come back in time, or I wanted to kill Hitler, but after the like. Oh no, that's right. No, I'm not. I'm confusing myself. I want like originally I wanted to kill him before the Holocaust, but
Yep.
if I did that, then none of the technology comes out of it. Because that's when the bomb and everything was being like
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
oh Jesus, we gotta stop this. So then we
Yep.
wouldn't get the bomb. So
Yep.
okay, yeah. So I'm on the right path.
That'd be a
Yeah.
fun fact to drop on these guys. Be like, oh yes, Nave, your quest to stop, you know, world wars from ever happening again. Well, it turns out in 7 years from now, it never happens again because this one is ended with weapons so terrible that no one wants to use it anymore.
Yep. Everyone decides that they've escalated their wars to a state that the world will just blow up.
Be careful what you wish for, I guess.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, the old mutual.
Mutually assured destruction.
That's it.
I mean, there's plenty of wars, but like
Nothing to
the
the
rest of the
scale
United
of this
States
again.
aren't fighting each other, and they're like, wait, aren't we allies with Russia right now? Well, about that.
Things change so much.
Yeah.
You won't even believe who's president.
Oh Lord.
It's an orange. I just leave it at that.
You know that orange from the YouTube videos?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god.
Whatever that
Yeah,
was.
that
back
thing.
in the early 2000s.
Yep.
Probably make a better present.
Right. So
How does this is non sequitur? How does material sympathy work?
Materials sympathy.
like the
Yeah.
brick.
Well, I'm pushing the buttons and seeing how good of a war.
Oh right.
Like for a yantra.
Yeah.
You need I that's a weird one. It only works on like specific
Sure.
spells from what I remember.
Right.
Let me see here.
Because I feel like we know we're gonna fight mages. We've got, you know, some time.
Yeah,
I'm not a master of fate, am I?
I don't think so.
No, I'm looking too. I just right off the top of your head, if you knew.
No, you only got 4 dots.
Okay. Because
Yeah, because you need to increase your Gnosis
okay.
before you do that
Okay.
as well.
You are right. What am I looking at here?
A secondary question: if people work together on a spell that they both know, is that like a thing?
Yeah, like a collaborative thing.
Yep.
I know. Yeah, you can do like an assistance type thing for like rituals. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so material sympathy is like if you have a piece of your target,
Mm-hmm.
you get a +2 die bonus.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, it's like I don't know.
It's like a voodoo doll sort of thing.
Need a lock of everyone's hair, which I burn in a sensor.
Yeah. That sort of thing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As for